Previously on the Violet Madness. From the drifting remains of the fallen dragon, the hand of ash did more than grasp, it bore a face. Its mouth moved, spilling words in a language Alfred could not understand. But with the aid of my helm, the message was revealed. A cryptic warning, a dark proclamation. The figure named Alfred the Candlebearer, a title heavy with mystery and a burden he never asked to carry. The vision faded, leaving only silence and questions in its wake. The party gathered themselves and pressed on, returning to Pethlan before setting our course towards Bernthas. Yet the air between us felt heavier now, as if the very ground beneath our boots whispered doubt. Who was Alfred Gilnarin? Friend, ally, wizard, or something else entirely? Even Alfred himself does not seem to know.
As you head back towards the city gates, I'll leave it to you guys.
No, I don't know much about Narin, but it's dangerous. It's, well, very authoritative, isn't it?
That would be one word for it, certainly.
Where is this place?
Mercifully far away from here.
Do we need to go there?
I certainly don't intend to, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody else.
Did you ever intend to go back, or are you...
As I say, it's mercifully far away, and it's no coincidence that I've chosen to dwell in a land rather far away from there.
Well, that was a hell of a fight.
Certainly was.
Pretty impressive entrance, Mina. Even if you were
Very timely as well.
Slightly tardy.
Well, she arrived in enough time to be of good use.
What is it the cool kids say these days? Fashionably late, is it?
No, more like desperately late. But I figured if there was imminent danger and a certain possibility of death, that there was exactly where I would find everybody.
Indeed.
That's just life.
Nothing quite like it.
And that first spell didn't actually quite work the way I'd hoped it would, but
Well,
next time.
what's the plan then? What are we heading to take out this Death Knight? Is it? I think, given all of the fact that we slew a dragon, that I think we deserve a night's rest and recuperation. Maybe go. Do you know we should go for a meal? Like a proper, not like trail rations. You see, like just like maybe go for a meal. Sit down, order, get a menu, order from, nice 6 bottles of wine and.
I am eager to pursue after Galfond with all haste, but as you say, given the dragon slaying, I think we probably have earned a bit of a rest.
Well, I mean,
Would be mannerly to inform Pethlan that the dragon is no more and put the king at rest, I suppose.
A bit of
What we
good news
could
for
do-
them for once.
We could do is see if there's any wanted posters up for the dragon, and obviously then if there's any rewards, we could arrive and go, oh look, we took on your job, slew the dragon, and then we could donate all the money to the Raven Queen.
Well, not to say that I regret the disintegration, but I fear it leaves us without any proof.
And I've always found with those type of guilds that give contracts on beasts, they always have some ridiculous litigation on contracts and payments and responsibilities. They either want a promise or a percentage. It's never simply I've killed it, give me money.
Or like a
There's
get-out
always
clause.
a fucking clause or loophole or swear allegiance to a king this or a queen that or pay me for killing a beast is one
I find
thing.
royal folks to be rather problematic at the best of times, but Yes, look at.
So, how...
Yes.
I came late to the whole fight. Did you hunt down this dragon?
No.
Did I miss
Sort of.
plans this morning?
A little bit of an accident. A happy
Hunt,
accident.
not so much more, ran directly towards. It was flying around. We just seen where it hovered for the longest amount of time.
It's a dragon. It's the kind of thing you have to kill.
It was causing trouble. It was causing trouble.
All right.
Next thing we need is a dungeon, and we're all set.
Which is different from the mausoleum under
That was like
The
that
place
was,
of rest, yes.
It was like an introductory dungeon, if you will. It was like sort of a little.
That doesn't count?
A little, no. It's a little taster.
There should be a curse and some sort of
At least 5 levels
minimum.
deep. Minimum 5 levels deep, and puzzle.
Perhaps,
Well, we had a puzzle. We had a puzzle in that, I suppose, and
Alfred does puzzles as he drinks his wine. It's Sudoku, Sudoku. What are those numbery things you do?
Well, something like that.
we have them in the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Depends
but,
on your dialect.
Yeah, well, we have them in the Temple of the Raven Queen, but we call them a Sadoku.
Of course you do.
Yes.
It comes in the weekly depressive.
All right, well, so, I've rather quite a few wounds. I think I shall. Yeah, I think I might go to the bathhouse. Get my wounds tended to there, and just sip some chilled white wine and grapes, and meet you guys later. That's
Sounds like a plan.
yeah. I feel rather. I don't know. Well, I feel too well travelled for the short amount of time that we travelled, if you get me. So
There was
bit
a
of a-
dragon. I feel like we're not spending enough time on the fact that there was a dragon and we fought a dragon and killed a dragon. Unless this is not new for you. And this
No,
is
the
once
use of
again
your
something
word-
that's just new for me.
the use of the word
Yeah, that-
"was" is rather appropriate.
Was a new one for me, but I do wonder if it strictly counts, given that it was a more violent madness afflicted.
They usually fall in two camps. There are the chromatic kind and the
Yes.
the shiny kind. There's a certain word for it.
Metallic.
It's always good to keep a wizard around who reads books. I call them the shiny ones.
But all of them are the dramatic kind, especially when they die. But yes.
So I understand.
So, well, I'll see all you reprobates later on. I'm going for a good soak.
So at the risk of is this the dragon that we had heard before? Or is there another dragon?
Seems it was the case.
Oh, thank
We
goodness.
believe so.
I did not want to do that again. That was terrifying.
Oh man, it's only a small one.
That does not make it better.
Was that a small one?
Believe me, it does.
Was that a small one?
Well, mid-size. It wasn't exactly ancient or a great worm. Those are.
Everything's small when it's
Drastic.
reduced to
So
ash.
you fought dragons before.
Oh, I've seen them. A great worm could take 200 or 300 people to take down. They could destroy a town in a single glance. But
Such
they're
things were
thousands of years old.
only stories, exaggerated a little. But
They look like beams from their eyes and things, just like that. All they do have to do is look at something. Is that how it works, or
Possibly.
more research is required? I fear.
They're usually found in the same books as the Tarasks.
Bless you.
See, there.
I see, Tarask.
Good.
Well, look,
I sincerely hope none of those ever get afflicted with violent madness.
yes, one could only imagine.
Everyone checks the DM's expression.
Yeah.
It would take a sick mind to imagine such a thing.
So
Pure reprobate.
Same kind of mind would make a Tarask fly.
Yes.
Mark, did I grab the teleportation circle for Pethlan? I think I mentioned wanting to do it, but I don't remember if I actually did or not.
If you haven't mentioned it, we can assume that you have at this point.
Okay. And then I had Grendel, but I think you said it doesn't work anymore because of everything that happened. Okay. Um, Mina is, I guess, on her horse. We'll say, you guys want to say we're like walking into town now?
At this point, you're kind of
Yeah.
approaching the city gates. They're kind of on the horizon there.
Clepitus, clopitus.
Yeah. Mina is unrolling her map where there's lots of scribbles everywhere. Just kind of looking at things. And like you can see at one point it's like Death Knight question mark, and then like it's like Shadar's dad question mark, Tyrion's family question mark. It's just like she's been trying to
Trying to what?
trying to keep track of everything. What do you mean trying to what?
We've already
Hey.
established that we've a pretty long list of side quests.
Yes.
Very well then. As you approach the gates, you're let back in. The captain of the guard kind of approaches you all and says, "Return unscathed. What of the threat? We heard bellows coming from the woods."
Well, for the meantime, at least it is a threat no more, as it has been reduced to ash.
Do you mean to tell me that you have fended off a dragon? You have slain it?
Yes,
Yes, we
Well,
came back for
It's
lunch.
been dealt with.
along with its worshippers.
Kind of looks back at the kind of the soldiery unit that's ready, fully armed to the teeth, and he kind of looks back at you all in disbelief. And with a kind of a flick of his hand, he sends like a battalion out. 50 to 75 men just in formation rush out the gates, and he shouts at them.
I would be careful. There's like Violet Madness stuff everywhere, so don't like send a whole bunch of people to get infected and bring it back into the city.
Very well. We shall proceed with due caution. Men, scour the woods. And they kind of march on. The captain says, we would do well to send word to the old palace. At that point, Damon volunteers to head that way to deliver news to, if not the king himself, at least some of the stewards there to forward that message. And he says that he will meet you back at the inn, or sorry, back at Shidar's place in a couple of hours' time.
I can imagine him saying something like, "And who knows? Maybe I'll meet an old friend. Give him my regards."
Mm-hmm.
For the guy who wiped his memory, not like an actual friend.
Yes.
I see scrunched eyebrows. I just wanted to be clear. That was more of a threat, I thought, from Damon. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, now I get it.
Kevin.
Yes, Kevin. The
Dr. All
Yes.
Dr. Kevin Aubrey. Yes.
Mm.
That big bag of bones.
See, that's what I thought. Damon would be like, "I'll give him my
well,
regards."
come on, technically everyone is a bag of bones.
Yeah.
I'll have you
They're all
know.
monkeys on a
That's
big
fair, yeah.
spaceship, but yeah.
Very well then, with Damon disappearing off into the crowd towards the old palace, Shadar heading towards the bathhouse.
By way of the building where that old fortune teller woman was there, because
So around Enchantment Avenue.
Yeah, he'll
It's
take
actually
the long
not.
way.
You can head towards that way. They're actually not in the same kind of area of town, but we can say that you kind of take a
Yeah,
little
yeah. He'll take the
detour.
scenic route.
The scenic route. What is everybody else doing?
Think for Alfric straight to rest and recovery.
Okay. Everyone else, sorry.
Tyrion?
Well, what's Tyrion has an idea, but I'll let Mina go first.
I have no idea, so feel free to go first.
No, well, seeing as the group has decided to possibly take a slight rest and maybe even an evening meal. Tyrion will probably go somewhere secluded.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to looking on the map here to see where it could be good. Maybe the Pethlan Gardens. I'm assuming they're open to the public, or at least.
Yep.
Yeah. So he'd go somewhere where he can relax for a while, and he starts to meditate for maybe 20, 30 minutes. And after a while, Fido will come up and sit beside him, and he'll just place his hand over and start like scratching behind his ethereal ears and say, "You have been a good friend and companion to me, Fido, but I believe it could be time to send you back to where you've originally come from." And there kind of be a mutual bow from the ethereal Fido, and Tyrion will bow, and Fido will walk over and dissipate into the bushes as there's a screech from the heavens as Tyrion casts Find Greater Steed, and an ethereal griffin
Oh, shit.
to blaze down and land in front of him.
Nice.
Upgrades.
The clouds
10
in the
points for
sky.
Gryffindor.
Yeah. The clouds in the sky, they part as almost this comet-like shoot a surge of air from the sky, and a sudden stop and a flap of wings as the bushes and even the water from the fountain nearby just whoosh. And yes, your greater steed stands before you.
And he'll stand approach and kind of, I suppose, rub down its neck to gain its trust and say, you shall be my new companion, I feel. Torn blesses me. And as the creature bows its head, he'll mount it and take off on an inaugural flight.
Nice. Very good, very good. Soaring through the sky then for the next little while.
Just to get the hang of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I imagine Mina was kind of in the middle with everyone, and then everyone just kind of did their, okay, bye, I'm off, and then she's just still kind of standing there in the middle, like, okay. But I imagine Miel kind of does like one of those snicker tug things, and then she's like, oh, don't look at me like that. I had to. And then she will take him to the stables.
Okay.
And
Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
just thinking about this morning.
Yes, indeed, and that's exactly where I was going to go next. As you're kind of bringing Miel back to the stables, your mind drifts back to the events of about 2 hours ago, before this fight with the dragon, and, when you were taking Miel out of the stables to ride out towards the hidden Ambersand people nestled in that sanctuary just outside the city walls, and you're meeting with Lloris. Now you think about it, and we'll travel a little bit back in time through Mina's memory as you arrive, and Lloris is just outside that clearing. Again, just kind of nursing a wound from the night prior, and he greets you with a gentle bow of the head and a smile. He says, Lady Mina, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Yes. The same on my part. Glad to see you're looking better.
Yes, a few scratches, but I shall be fine. The greater injury is the one to my pride and my honor, that we could not save our companions trapped within the dungeons. Going back now for a reattempt at a rescue would be suicide, I'm afraid. I fear we must move on, and hopefully we can save our brothers and sisters before long.
Save who we can save.
Save who we can save.
Unfortunately, that's been kind of an Ambersand motto for years and decades and perhaps centuries.
Well, we do what we can. I tried to save everyone, and just did not work. But it is not me saying that everything was in vain. It was not. I got to get to know you better at a more intimate level, and for that I am thankful.
No one's around. You don't have to try and flatter me.
I am not trying to flatter you. I, to be honest, and he kind of looks around to see if there's like anyone kind of walking through the forest, and there isn't. He stares back at you and he says, Profe spoke quite highly of you, so it was quite the honor to meet you in the flesh.
Mina has the flower that he gave her before, and she pulls it out and she just kind of stares at it for a second and says, Profe, Shadow Blossoms, what do you know?
He kind of like purses his lips and then kind of smiles and he says, I know only what I have been told, and maybe the odd few stories from Ambersand people of word that has traveled across from the sea, but I like to think I know a little bit about you, Carmina.
She is going to take the flower and give it back to him. And she's going to say, then you have me at disadvantage, since I don't know nearly enough about you.
You know, I cannot accept that back. I'm happy to tell you what it is, anything you need to know. We haven't had much idle time for holding palaver with one another.
Well, what I do know is that people in Ambersand that have shadow blossoms are ending up dead.
Well, that is quite true, but I was not taking the Lahadota symbology from this. I was merely a reminder of home.
Is it her then?
I do not know. I never met this assassin in the flesh before, and this wasn't even real. This was a puppet of
No.
this. Or do you mean Profe?
No, I didn't mean Profe.
This assassin? No, I never in the flesh. I've only heard the stories about how she is and he kind of grimaces, a heartless, faceless killer. But some of the more radical members of Ambersand resistance groups might see the valor, for want of a better word, for what they would see and what she is doing. But what she is doing is massacring people of Castonia in the name of Ambersand, and that is something I cannot abide by. That is not who we, as sons and daughters of that land, stand for. We are peaceful. We are diplomatic at the best of times, but not afraid to hold our own in the worst of times. But this, and don't get me wrong, I know the nature of Profe's work, and what it is that we must do in the name of our land, but hundreds, I've heard, hundreds.
I understand. You're too young to remember the war.
I suppose. I was but a boy when the real heat of battle surged through the lands, but the flames of war are still stoked. And the embers burn hotter than from whence they first had.
If you would bring me up to speed. I went to Grendel a few months ago. Uh Simply to enjoy a play, if you'd believe it or not. And when I went to sleep, Ambersand was free. And I wake up and she's annexed.
Yes. Ambersand was on the brink of being its own. Once again. But the scales had tipped. And this is when this assassin, this Lahadoda, began running rampant around Castonia again. The Castonians, they had left us alone. There was a truce, a treaty. But then the killings started, and the blame fell at Ambersand's feet. And apparently, it seems justified from the Castonian side. But this has, as I say, stoked the flames once again. Castonian soldiers dying on both sides of the sea, both over in Ambersand and in Castonia. And this has caused major problems. The ports have been closed. Port Dalius is sure to suffer. People will starve before long. The amount of imports our capital gets from Nabroya, from Castonia, from Horenwood, from everywhere. Our people are sure to lose. A famine will sweep the land before long. Sure, for centuries past we have survived on our own, but we have come reliant on imports. Ambersand is 50% desert. You know, we cannot go back to the way things were. We need independence, but with allies. Right now we are at war and we have nobody at our side. And this Lahadoda business is, before long, the full might of the Castonian army. Sure, we are annexed now, but how long before annexation becomes just erasing of our history, our culture, and we are just another state within Varelia. If only I could reach this assassin and tell them to stop, but it is beyond words. We have defeated whatever, well, your friends, you and your friends have defeated whatever that was, but somebody is pulling the strings. We need to find the puppeteer. That is what we need to do.
So did Profe send you here?
Yes.
And what did she send you here to do?
She sent me here to find you, firstly, but secondly, to bring our people home, regroup. There are not many trained like you and I. We're both versed in different skills. You have your skills of the music, and I have the skills of the shadows, I suppose. I was not one for adept with the music and the magic, but I can be quite stealthy and infiltrate the inner circles, as it were, a little easier. But there are not many of us trained the way Profe is trained.
No, I suppose she didn't think there was need for any more shadow blossoms.
Well, I am but a fledgling. I would not consider myself, well, even though the same rites, the same practices as yourself, but I am new on this scene.
I can tell.
Of course you can. Like, I mean, you've been in this game for a long time. But on the plus side, some techniques from Profe have come a long way. There is perhaps a thing or two I can teach you, straight from our mutual friend.
Then I would love to learn. So, my group is leaving soon. Is yours?
Yes, we head for Calumet next. The ultimate goal is to head back for Aston to the port and All the ports back to Ambersand are closed, but we have a contact there. We are going to secure a vessel and leave. It will require a bit of a sketchy operation of distracting the port guard and setting sail before the Castonian Legion catch up with us. But first, we head for Calumet. There are more of our kin there. One more heist to, well, heist. One more rescue. Secure more people, get them on the boat, head home.
I have the teleportation circle to the main square in Ambersand. And I can send not all of you home, but I can send some of you home now. Those that cannot make the travel, those that are weak, those that are sick.
As you're still holding the Shadow Blossom that he hasn't accepted off you, he kind of takes both his hands and kind of clasps both his hands around your hand that's holding the Shadow Blossom. And he kind of looks at you very sincerely, and he says, Your help would be very much appreciated, Carmina. Whatever you can do, whatever assistance you can provide, I will accept, and I can do the rest.
It's not for free. And she pulls out a scroll. And it's sealed and it's in code, what I talked to you about before. And she goes, this goes directly to Profe. And it's not for your eyes, but your eyes couldn't read it if you tried.
Very well. I would not dare to invade a lady's privacy. I will make sure that Profe gets this as soon as I return. It shall remain sealed until Profe gets to read it.
No. Someone who's going through that teleportation circle takes it directly to her now.
As in, right now, this very moment in time.
And she pulls out a piece of chalk and she goes, I can send you in 10 minutes. Or send people in 10 minutes.
I would rather stay here and head to Calumet and finish this operation, but I can give this to a trusted person.
That's all I'm asking.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I can do this. Please, let me, how many, 10, 12 people you say?
That would be up to my DM's discretion, so I guess we can ask God. But I think the teleportation circle stays open for up to a minute, but I'm willing to burn more spell slots to keep it open longer.
Okay. Bearing in mind this is before the dragon fight, so any spell slots you had burned will need to, not create any time paradoxes. But we'll assume that you can keep it open for a little bit.
I have 3 slots that I didn't use.
We can say that you can send, we'll say 25 people.
Sure.
And there was like 75 or so in the barn, so you're sending about a third of them straight home.
Yeah, which is the goal. I'm thinking that those that won't travel as well can just go directly to.
So Lloris is going to rush back while you're drawing that circle, and he's going to get.
Oh, I can do it over there. I don't have to do it where I am.
Okay, yeah. Well, you follow him then in that case, and as you're kind of drawing it, he's like rounding up, like some of the like elderly, some of like really vulnerable, some of the sick, some of the children, and one kind of fit-looking person seems to be one of the freedom fighters, and he gathers the people who you intend to send, and puts them stands them beside you, and he kind of brings this other freedom fighter up towards you, and he says, "This is one of my best men and trusted allies. This is Ramon. He will deliver the message to Profe."
Excellent.
And I don't know if you hand him the thing or not, or
yeah, I will hand him the thing. Give him the same kind of, this isn't for your eyes and you wouldn't be able to understand it if you did. If you think getting on Profe's bad side is not good, don't get on mine.
And Lloris reinforces that. He gives him explicit orders not even though he wouldn't understand it, just like keep it sealed, It is not to be opened. You hand this.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yep, you hand this over for her eyes only. He nods and he accepts the scroll.
Excellent. We don't have to continue it on in conversation since it's just me. That's up to you. But I did want to ask how long this Hadoda person has been active, I guess is the question.
It is.
Because
Yeah, you and Yoris talk about it at length for a bit,
Yeah.
and so to answer your question, about 3 months. And in that time,
what timing?
in that time, it is said that about 200 to 250 guards of Gastonia have been slain.
Jesus. Is it localized?
No, it's been following a pattern from Aston, heading towards the mainland.
From Aston heading towards the mainland.
Correct.
Okay. And is this Hadoda the Shadow Blossom killer as far as he can tell, or these are different? Because
No,
Hadoda's
no,
killing guards and
This
Shadow Blossom's killing Amber.
it seems to be the same kind of entity, and specifically attacking encampments with kind of higher ranking officials dwelling in these Castonian guard encampments. Tend to stay away from the cities. Smaller
Okay.
towns, encampments, that kind of thing.
And then did Profe tell him anything for this new, I don't know, because the serial killings are new, right?
They are new.
Yeah, so I guess the new threat, the old threat, the
Yeah,
reborn threat. I don't know.
He's pretty much recon work right now, intel gathering. One of his tasks was to find out what happened
Yeah.
to Carmina.
Because
Is
it's
she
been
dead? Is she
like,
alive? Yeah.
yeah, it's been like 10 years, right? Since Hidota's done anything?
Give or take.
Yeah. So 10 years quiet and then just 3 months
It's
active.
roughly around the time of the Violet Madness outbreak. Go figure.
Go figure. Oh gosh. I mean, the Violet Madness would be a great way to kill Castonians. Just saying.
It has killed a lot of Castonians so far.
I've killed a lot of Castonians so far. Let's see. I guess whatever he wanted to teach me, he can try and teach me that as well.
Yep.
And then, let's see. I probably would have asked how old he was, because he looks young, and he said he was too young to really remember the war.
He's 26.
Okay. And then, how long has he known Profe?
He has known Profe since he was 14.
Okay.
So 12 years.
And then, that might be it. If he's still around tomorrow.
He is leaving for Calumet today.
Okay. All right.
There's your quick fire question round.
Yeah. So at this point in time, Mina has a gold bangle or silver bangle around her bicep, right? The one that she'd had before. She's going to give that to him.
Oh, what have I done to deserve such a gracious gift?
It's not a gift so much as it is a way to magically tether.
Ah, yeah. Well, with a kind of smirk, as I usually get to know a lady better before I have her tether with me.
Oh my gosh. Mina rolls her eyes, but Mina
He
is
laughs.
clearly talking about like spells where you need to have something that the other person owns in order to like reach them or scry on them, all that kind of stuff. And she'll say, "You can hold on to it until you give it to Profe."
Very good. Very
So,
well. I jest,
and-
of course. I was just making a light-hearted conversation here.
Oh, I know. It's a dream for someone like you, isn't it?
Well, what can I say? It's not every day you meet someone as charming and pretty as you.
Well, you're a lucky day. And then I imagine something dreadful happens with the dragon roaring in the sky,
I was
kind
just
of a
gonna
thing.
say, yeah, you hear that kind of roar, and Lloris kind of looks kind of to the southwest, and he kind of you can hear in the distance the city gate slamming shut, and he says, "The forests are no longer safe, it seems. If they were not safe before, they surely aren't now. I believe you should make haste at leaving this place too,
Ah,
Mina."
no, something tells me my companions have run straight to the dragon or the commotion. And then I will whistle for Miel, which I know he does not like.
And
And
Miel kind of a couple of seconds later just appears through the trees in the forest.
and there she goes.
As you kind of go to head towards Miel, both his hands kind of still clasped around your hand.
Dude, let go.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Sorry.
like you go to leave, but there's a moment hesitation where like he's kind of you try to leave, but he's still holding on. You turn to face him, and he says, "You be safe out there, okay? And I see you soon."
Yeah. Does he seem very genuine? I can insight check that.
Absolutely, inside check that.
11.
It's like, I mean, seems like there's a genuine look of concern on his face.
Yeah, that's weird. All right.
And he lets go then. And
People aren't usually concerned for me, so, oh, okay.
but yeah, like, I mean, you without a second glance, I presume, just hop on Miel and venture forth.
Yeah.
And for the rest of that day, at the very least, that is the last you see of Yoris Rosh.
Oh, yeah, he should be gone.
He would be gone at that point then, yeah.
And then Mina swaps the bangle with the ruby one.
Very good. And that technique he taught you was indeed the force cage that Profe. Okay, he can't kind of practically use, but he knows the kind of the arcane knowledge behind it and bestows that onto you. Back
Excellent.
at present time, over at the old bathhouse in Old Town Pethlan,
Yes, more grapes, please.
the steam rising from the pools as Shadar, you kind of
Oh, this feels good.
soak in the salted baths and are a silver platter of assorted grapes and fruits and chilled wine
Jesus.
and cheeses.
Jeez.
Is there anything else we can do for you, Father Vicanus? One of the I suppose the attendants say.
No. I'm happy to say, I'm working my way up to a couple of cure wound spells and stuff like that. But those people you've seen me with.
Indeed, they were in here a couple of days ago, I believe.
The bardic woman. Tell her the place is closed if she comes here. She follows me.
Very well. Very well.
There'll be a hefty bonus in it for you.
The people coming in and out, I'm not sure if I could make it believable that we're closed, but I could send her to one of our communal baths.
Anywhere but here.
Very well. It shall be done.
Excellent. He stretches back. I say, yes, excellent. And I just need to check if one can cast a scry spell while naked and in a bath. As to whether we need.
How you hold your own concentration is up to you.
Well, do you know what? It would be helpful if I had a 5th level fucking slot, which I do have a 7th level slot. So I remember I casted a 6th level last time. Okay.
And what is your spell focus at this time?
Right now it's VSM. He focus worth 1,000 gold pieces. It's crystal ball, silver mirror. No. Do you know what? Fuck it. Like he's off the clock. He's just gonna chill. I think what he will do is he'll try and ruminate over. He's still not sure what happened with his father. Given that his father left to find the Corvid chain
Mm.
and the weapon. The weapon was in the vault. We went to find the Corvid chain, and then obviously with what happened way back then, his father clearly a ghost of some sort. So what I could do, is drop an old divine intervention at 7th level.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Now this I
look,
like.
you know,
I like where this is going.
Yeah, I like these big story moments. So
I know your relationship with the Raven Queen is a bit odd, but I don't know if she wants to be summoned while you're in the bathhouse. Like boundaries between gods and clerics are a bit wishy-washy, but there might be one.
Hey.
what level is divine intervention? Does anyone know?
Divine intervention isn't a spell.
Oh, it's not. You're right.
Hey, you just get
Cannot-
one a day, and if it
cannot
happens,
intervene.
Yeah,
it's a week or something.
yeah. There's me looking through spells. I should know my shit a little bit better. A circle mentality. Do. Roll the divine intervention. Okay, let's do the beginning at 10th level. You can call on your deity to intervene on your behalf. I'll throw it in there. To intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Oh, is it great? Well, it kind of is. It would be great if you knew. Imploring on your deity's aid requires you to use your action. Describe the assistance you seek and roll a percentile dice. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, which is what, 12, 13? 13.
13.
Your deity intervenes. The DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. So you can't go looking for Shadow Mommy to help him again.
So you need to roll a 13 or lower, is it?
On a D100, yeah.
Oh, a D100.
Highly unlikely, but you know what?
13% chance?
We've got narrative dice. We've had
You
them
never
before.
know until you try.
Survey says
34.
no.
34.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, if you were level 35,
Damn it. I won kobold away.
Yeah, you.
Please hold. Your prayer is important to us.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
welcome to the Raven Queen's queue, though not the one you were looking for.
You are number 6,237,312 in the queue.
Yeah.
You kind of. You're seated in the bath, and you were kind of relaxed along the kind of edge of it, but you kind of lean forward and kind of. You kind of just kind of pinch the bridge of your nose with your 2 index fingers, and you kind of think, you pray, and you ruminate over everything that's kind of happened since you regained consciousness in Grendel, just a couple of weeks ago, really, and you mentally kind of project the question forth to the Raven Queen for some sort of guidance, some sort of sign or some such other, to gain a bit more kind of clarity as to what direction you're to take. But
She's like, I sent you the bird in that episode, and you rolled a fucking natural 1, you dickhead.
but there is no kind of response. You do hear something off in the distance of some belligerent drunken fool being escorted off the premises for doing something in one of the communal pools, but there's nothing to suggest that any divine intervention is coming.
I think he'll be happy out then. Well, he won't be happy out. He's kind of sad, but I think, yeah, he'll spend a few hours there, and I think what he will do is he'll go and before dinner he'll buy some oil. He'll sort of oil up his armor and clean it and maintain it. He'll sort of try and grind down any pits or cracks in the mace and just do a bit of sort of weapon and equipment maintenance, which is kind of like it's not as beneficial to his mental health as digging graves is, but it's ritualistic and it's a job, and it keeps his mind off fucking how annoyed he is at Mina.
Okay. So
How
as
dare she saved my life?
Save his life.
woman.
as kind of night draws, or day draws closer to night, is there anything you guys wish to do before we kind of circle back to venturing towards Barenthus?
I think while Tyrion is having his How to Train Your Dragon montage in the skies over Pethlan, he'd probably do a few laps of Galfon's tower to assess if the madness is contained as we requested from the Sphinx.
Love that idea. Roll a perception check, DC 14.
It's in the P section. 21.
Question: how close are you getting to the tower?
Been pretty close. Like I'd say, I can't imagine his pilot skills being immaculate yet, but it's within 15, 20 feet.
Cool.
I have a funny feeling I'm about to get trebucheted out of this.
As you fly close to the top of Galfon's tower, you do indeed see the kind of the north-facing window where the cult kind of bashed in and took him away. There seems to it does seem to be contained to a certain degree. You can see the fungal matter kind of growing around the outside of the top of the tower through that kind of breakage in the glass where they entered, and it doesn't seem to grow down. It's kind of almost engulfed the top of the tower. It was less visible from the ground level, but it about maybe 10 feet below the breakage in the window, it just seems to abruptly stop, which you find strange because it has grown quite significantly around the top of the tower and out through the sides, but then as it goes down, it just stops. And then the realization as to why hits you as you fly closer, about 10, 15 feet closer. And it hits you pretty hard because you fly and just fadunk, you and your griffin become trapped in Autoluk's resilient sphere, remembering that protective spell that Galfon cast, securing the top of the tower, and you both fall trapped in this sphere, hitting the ground, crunching the cement beneath. And moments later, rushing up, an 8-year-old girl wearing wizard robes and a hat far too great for her head says, "Oh, looky here. Another pet pal for our collection. Quite a sizable one this time, eh?"
That's it for this episode of The Violet Madness. Your players for this story were Matt as Elfric El Narin, Stephen, your paladin pal, as Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, Ali Marr as Mina Dumont, Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as Damon Phileas Venust, Dave at Emerald Collective Dave as Shadar Vicanis, and your GM for this adventure is Mark Corrigan. You can find us all on the Emerald Collective Discord server, and we'd love to hear your thoughts, theories, and favourite moments, so feel free to join our ever-growing community of adventurers. And, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to follow and subscribe on your podcast platform. Until next time, thank you for adventuring with us.